Here we are in the lead-in to the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup with a first-round match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following first-round match in the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup tournament and the Monster Factory Championship is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Mays Landing, New Jersey, weighing 200 pounds, Wild Child, Christian Rocco!
Welcome here to the Monster Factory. My name is Devlin Ridley. I am here with Farhan Burgundy. And we're on the cusp of the biggest Larry Sharpe Memorial Tournament in history. Coming out to the ring, we've got the master of the Red Dragon Dojo himself, Papa Juice Farhan.
Kicking things off hot and heavy here. See, there's already a high-octane tempo here. In these first-round matchups, time limit only 10 minutes. So in order to win in advance, you need to take care of business and take care of it quickly.
And that's what we do here, Farhan. That's what everyone here knows how to do. Rocco, the more experienced competitor. Papa Juice, dangerous strikes. Can't wait to see how this turns out.
And just like that, we are underway.
Competitors with a quick lockup. Coming off of a pretty interesting TRL last night, I'm going to give you a quick recap here. Christian Rocco earned his spot in this tournament by winning an over-the-top rope battle royal in the main event. But in that match, he sustained a bit of a little shoulder injury. Not really.
Doesn't look like he's showing any signs of it there.
The history of battling through those, we recall a hand laceration, a torn meniscus, a concussion, potentially shoulder injury. Rocco's good now. Could be fighting through a bunch of, pre-existing conditions. Held together with screws and duct tape. Papa Juice, on the other hand, his jaw must be hurting after it got kicked off of his head by the notorious Mimi last night.
Certainly a lot to be going on here. Scoop and a slam now from Papa Juice. And now kicking away is Rocco, and both kip up to their feet.
Yeah, neither competitors are 100%, but you wouldn't know by looking at them, Farhan.
You're certainly right about that.
Both men sizing each other up again.
Collar elbow tie up quickly into a waist lock. But now over to the ropes, looking to get a bit of separation is Papa Juice. Clean break, but immediately looking for the whip to the side. Now split-legged drop down into a drop kick.
Catches him with that early 0-point kick. And now trying to use his martial arts expertise to get that armbar in. He better not let go of that hand, because other than, if he does, it could be game over for On. Christian Rocco, if he lets go of that hand, Papa Juice is going to move his hands up to Rocco's wrist and lean back. That is a tap or snap situation for On.
Right, you are about that. And now trying to roll out of it here is Christian Rocco.
Of course, Christian Rocco, the more experienced of the two, definitely knows his place in the ring. Papa Juice, you see, Rocco's holding that shoulder. I talked about it earlier. That's the shoulder that was tweaked last night in that battle royal.
But only garners a 2 count here.
I know, Papa Juice, you're a man of high morals, but if you want to win advance in the Larry Sharpe tournament without, putting too much energy in, I would start targeting that shoulder. Beautiful back suplex.
You can hear the screams of anguish, and in spite of that, still able to kick out at 2 is Christian Rocco.
And once again, there's a fully extended armbar. Rocco is in insane amount of danger right now.
Immense to be sure, but Rocco showing his resilience, not giving up here.
Must have an arm made out of steel to sustain that. You see, Papa Juice didn't get quite a grip on there. His right leg was actually under Christian Rocco when it should have been over to get that armbar fully in.
It's just those little nuances that make all the difference. Is now a series of forearms here in the corner from Papa Juice, but now battling his way out, Christian Rocco using the one good arm at the moment.
Yeah,
right back into the corner.
Papa Juice probably regretting not taking the extra time to set up that armbar, because if he got that perfect one, it would have been game over. Rocco missing Papa Juice. Catches him with the hand.
Series of rights now. Now it's Papa Juice into the corner, but charging into a boot is Christian Rocco.
Oh, what is
for
that?
a clothesline, but instead gets underneath into a waistlock. Reverse STO, will that do it here? Got some on it, but not enough on it. Now Papa Juice trying to get this crowd ignited here.
Whoa, look at that.
One fell swoop up to the top rope.
He's got the Rob Van Dam hop. Oh, not quite the 5-star frog splash, though.
Took a little too much time on that top rope, and Rocco able to recover and roll out of the way.
Flew a bit too close to the sun as Papa Juice. Rocco with a line. Back elbow. He's getting up.
That's the thing with those high-risk maneuvers, though. It's always a careful Icarus-type situation.
Shotgun dropkick into the corner.
The follow-up, though, well, leads to balance up on the top rope.
Big crossbody. I think Rocco landed right on Papa Juice's head.
But also landed on that shoulder, and you can see not able to capitalize upon the damage done from that top rope maneuver.
Yeah, we know a 100% healthy Christian Rocco probably would have had this match put away. As we pass the 5-minute mark, halfway to our established time limit. Papa Juice in a precarious position right now. Christian Rocco looking for that area crash. Couldn't go get it. There's the fireman's carry dump. And that's
there's
it.
your victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 5 minutes, 23 seconds. The winner of this bout advances to the second round, Wild Child, Christian Rocco.
Well, with a bad shoulder and all, able to take care of it and get it done in advance of the second round is Christian Rocco. We have more action coming your way here.
Yeah, good effort by Papa Juice. See Kid Chaos in there, his son, consoling him. Christian Rocco's out of this world, but you know there are going to be more opportunities for Papa Juice down the line, and I can't wait to see what's in this future. You're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup tournament in history. The winner receiving the Big Cup and the new Monster Factory Championship. Could a winner be this woman, Stevie Brooks, Faran?
Well, time will certainly tell. Let's go to the ring.
It's a first round match in the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup tournament and for the Monster Factory Championship. Introducing first, she's quirky, she's unique, she's not like other girls, Stevie Brooks.
Well, Stevie Brooks qualified for this tournament by winning a tag team match with her opponent tonight, Sebastian Valentino, Faran. What an interesting dynamic we have here for that.
Most certainly. And an interesting opponent as well. Somebody who's certainly been on the rise in recent times here in the MFPW, Sebastian Valentino.
Her opponent from Rahway, New Jersey, weighing 170 pounds, Sebastian Valentino.
Now, Sebastian Valentino is definitely a newcomer, tagged with Stevie Brooks a couple of times, never wrestled each other.
So a little bit of familiarity. We'll see to whose advantage that lays out here.
If you take out the context, this looks to be a classic strength versus speed matchup. I do love those, Faran.
Most certainly into the standing side headlock.
And Sebastian muscling Stevie to the ropes. Stevie takes him down with a nice shoulder tackle. Sebastian's a little stunned, getting back up a little slow. body slamming Sebastian right in the center of the ring, but he's still getting up. He still wants to fight.
Oh, of course. I mean, this is the Monster Factory Championship, the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup, all on the line here, but having to endure a proverbial gauntlet to advance here in this this tournament, having to wrestle multiple matches here today in order to do so.
So you see Sebastian kind of exploding with that offense, that crossbody into the corner that sends him outside the ring. That rolling through the ropes into a
Slingshot
schoolboy.
But only a 2.
For a split snapmare with the cartwheel. There's a drop kick. Could it be Sebastian?
Now a lateral press hooks the left leg, and only a 2 count.
Now, out of this entire tournament field, Sebastian is the only competitor, one of the only 2 competitors in this entire tournament with less than 1 year of wrestling experience.
Well, sometimes it could be better to be lucky than good, and we'll see if that's the case here for Sebastian, but not so much there with that wheelbarrow facebuster. Rolls over for a 2 count.
Yeah, Sebastian loves turning that wheelbarrow into a nice bulldog. Stevie Brooks, though, knows what's up, if you can say it really that way.
Had that move scouted would be a notable way to put it as well.
Punches Stevie right in the sternum. Sebastian ducks the line. Stevie,
and there's some of that size and mass just being put to use there by Stevie Brooks.
Yeah, Stevie just Keith Lee pouncing Sebastian to the corner. There's the wasteland, capping it off with the splits.
And that's enough.
That's going to send Sebastian packing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 2 minutes, 24 seconds. Advancing to the second round, Stevie Brooks.
Love you, Sebastian. You did really good tonight, but sadly, luck was on the experience side. Stevie Brooks cashes her ticket to the second round. Whole lot of people she could be facing. If you're just tuning in, we are in the middle of our first round matches for the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup. Got another one coming, including everyone's favorite.
Goodness. Watch out, air raid.
Oh, missed the shirt. Slips on the rocks.
The following contest, scheduled for 1 fall with a
I mentioned 2 people having less than 1 year of wrestling experience in this tournament. Sebastian Valentino is one, Brian Murphy's the other, which is why I really want him to beat this guy right here. The focused, conceited, manipulative Nick Batty holds our arena title like he owns the place, and honestly, he loves it. He loves being the center of attention. It's aggravating, it's annoying, and Brian Murphy's a clear underdog here. Going for a quick schoolboy.
Trying to get it out of the way quickly, and that's a sound strategy, realizing the task at hand, having to wrestle 3, possibly 4 matches here tonight.
Of course, Nick Batty, one of 2 world-renowned representatives in this match, the other being Wonder Boy Brian Morris later tonight.
Third member of that triad is, of course, Chris Desmond. He's looking to regain the middleweight medallion in a triple threat match. And
Whoa!
just like that,
What in the... In
Blinking
39
is
seconds?
The official time, 39 seconds. The winner and advancing to the second round, the focus, Nick Batty.
Brian Murphy, are you okay? What happened? Brother's
perhaps a
holding...
little too much momentum, kind of over pursuing, and just like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
Oh my
with
God.
our main card in just
More
a
coming
few
your way,
moments.
including that middleweight medallion match. Chris Desmond challenging Mark Raspa Jr. along with Ty Awesome for the middleweight medallion. We'll see you in a moment for the rest of the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup. take you up
Ladies
to
and
Derek T.
gentlemen, before we get
Lewis.
started, this week the professional wrestling industry lost two legendary figures, one being the Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan, and just yesterday, WWE Hall of Famer Alfred Owen. We here at the world famous Monster Factory want to send our heartfelt condolences, sympathies to their families, loved ones, workers, and fans all around the world. What we're going to do here is do a 10-bell salute to honor Kevin Sullivan and Alpha the Wild Samoan.
I did mention a very tumultuous week of the passing of Kevin Sullivan and Afa, the Wild Samoan. And great tribute here on a tributary afternoon as we honor the creator of the Monster Factory from some 41 years ago in Pretty Boy Larry Sharpe, Paulsboro's own.
And what better way to remember Larry Sharpe than with this memorial tournament? A cup is usually what the winner ends up walking out here with, the prestige with that. But this year, Ferran, just the stakes so much higher as the Monster Factory will crown a new champion here this afternoon, the winner of the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup Tournament.
Yes, for those who missed it at Summer Splashdown, the Monster Factory Championship won by Steve Macklin and it's now known as the Monster Factory Portal Championship.
Can be defended anywhere, anytime, any promotion by Steve Macklin. So more to come on that. But right now we're going to start off the main card here with the middleweight medallion.
We have a lot coming your way here. It's going to be fast, it's going to be furious, it's going to be wild and woolly. And we're starting off, what better way to do so than with a high-octane middleweight medallion match.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit, is the first round match for the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup Tournament and the Monster Factory Championship. Introducing first, from Salisbury, Maryland, weighing 175 pounds, the guy with the supply, Ty Awesome.
Oh, this is for the middleweight medallion.
That is correct. Derek Lewis getting his wires crossed a little bit here. As it happens, so many great matches on this card this afternoon. And starting off here with Ty Awesome, former middleweight medallion holder, getting a chance to reclaim that. Chris Desmond.
Certainly no short of confidence with him.
And established, wait a second, there's Raspa. Raspa, who's been on the receiving end of several vicious attacks from Chris Desmond over the last couple weeks. He's not waiting for this match to start to get his. Taking it right to Chris Desmond here. The opening match is, ow!
Somersault plancha to the outside. I told you things were going to be taken off here. The bell hasn't even rung yet.
Match hasn't even gotten started yet, and we already see the guy with the supply taken to the sky.
Desmond thrown in the ring here by Ty Awesome.
And now we're underway. And this matchup, so Desmond has a victory over Ty Awesome. Ty Awesome, of course, beat beaten, I should say, for that middleweight medallion by Mark Raspa Jr. just last month.
Springboard clothesline from the top.
Raspa is just irate.
He is incensed. Oh, wait a minute. Schoolboy roll up here, too. And just that quickly, almost lost the medallion.
Tell you what, Raspa needs to make sure that he keeps his eye on the prize, not let that anger that he has, that rage for Chris Desmond blind him to the fact that Ty Awesome is in this match, and Ty Awesome, a dangerous competitor who could win this medallion at any moment.
Yeah, having that much anger can definitely be deleterious, not just to himself, but everybody around him.
Now, that looked familiar. Desmond on the outside grabbing a hold of someone's legs. Ow! Sends.
Are you trying to insinuate something there?
I insinuate nothing, sir. I stir no pots today. I just see that Mr. Awesome has been tossed into those steps, potentially damaging his shoulder. Raspa now tossing Desmond back onto the inside of the ring. Beautiful.
Kick to the middle rope.
You gotta give credit to Chris Desmond taking advantage of that situation and making it difficult for the Eagle to fly there.
Well, yeah, especially if you're cracking the Eagle's nest eggs.
I was gonna say. Desmond now just taking his time. There's no love lost between these two. Chris Desmond's such a talented athlete, just a terrific middleweight medallion holder. And for on, the thing that just shocks me here, Chris Desmond, I can't believe I'm going to stick up for him here, but he can't seem to get a break. He can't get a one-on-one matchup for the middleweight medallion. It's always a ladder match. It's always a gauntlet match. It's always a triple threat match. But somehow, he manages to keep himself in that middleweight medallion title scene. Take it to Mark Raspa Jr. right now.
Yeah, say what you will about world renown. I mean, there is some validity to that statement. And, I mean, hard be it for really anybody to make an argument that, yes, while Desmond does take some opportunities of his own, some liberties, a lot of that could be argued. The reason or catalyst for it is that he can't seem to get those opportunities despite his abilities and work ethic and talent.
Raspa now takes him over with a devastating suplex. Not going to get any support or love really from the crowd here. Going now for the cover. 1, 2.
And perhaps celebrated just a smidge too long.
Confidence is key for Chris Desmond, staying on top of Mark Raspa Jr. For Mark Raspa Jr., already had some successful defenses of the middleweight medallion, but this is the first time for him, really. He's being put to a true test against two former middleweight medallion holders in this matchup here this afternoon.
Yeah, this certainly is a test to be sure, although Awesome still just barely attempting to get back to his feet here after the beating that's already been administered.
Desmond unloading there on Raspa in the corner. Follows in and ends up with an elbow to the chin. Raspa trying to fight his way out of that corner. But gets caught by Desmond now. What is Desmond up to? Look at that, beautiful, right into that.
Falcon Arrow.
Amazing, 2.
Just able to make the save as the guy with the supply. And wait, now to a crucifix roll up here. The shoulders just off the mat. Now they're on to it. Raspa not able to make the save.
Back and forth here with all three of these competitors. We see that agility. All three of these guys, Faran, high flyers, quick on their feet. Fast-paced matchup here.
Would you expect nothing less from the middleweight division, though, Pete?
Such a fantastic division here at the Monster Factory. Very active, and now we see Desmond slugging it out with Ty Awesome. As Raspa, better pay attention. Raspa's going up there to that top. Crossbody. Fly, Raspa, fly, and he landed with that, connected with it, taking out Desmond and Ty Awesome.
But now he needs to capitalize after that screaming eagle, and now looks to be doing so here on Desmond. Oh, ducks the kick.
Picking Desmond up. Oh! Going now.
Michinoku no. Roll up the other way, no.
In a triple threat match like this, it's all about finding that advantage, finding that opportunity. And Ty Awesome keeping his eyes open for every chance he can find to slap a pinfall attempt on someone.
Looking for a sunset flip and gets it there. Looking for a back body drop. Wasn't able to get it, rather.
Ooh, connects with that, though.
Things are happening so fast, my brain's going ahead of my mouth here.
And they try to keep the mouth up to speed. Raspa now the champ. Out flat. Here comes Desmond, but Awesome dodges that.
Looked for the moonsault instead, lands on his feet, but right into a blue thunder bomb.
Classic Chris Desmond. Two.
Another roll the other way.
Raspa now with a kick right to the jaw. Knocks
Tornado DDT
Awesome out.
sends Awesome to the outside.
Desmond looks to be out of it. Raspa climbing to the top rope now.
Looking perhaps for that flight of the eagle.
Beautiful.
And there it is.
1, 2, 3. He got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 6 minutes, 42 seconds. The winner and still holder of the Monster Factory Middleweight Battalion, Mark Raspa Jr.
Impressive title defense here for Mark Raspa Jr. retaining the middleweight medallion at the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup tournament against two very, very competent and skilled competitors with Chris Desmond and Ty Awesome. Surely, though, I don't believe this business between Desmond and Raspa at least is finished. A lot of anger there, a lot of unresolved anger there.
There is ample. I don't think this is going to be over for a while. So coming up, we have the remainder of the opening round matches in the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup tournament. One that I'm certainly looking forward to and intrigued by is Lucas Twitch DeSangro and Travis Jacobs. That coming up a little bit later. But right now, what time is it?
I do believe, Ferran, that it is prime time.
Right you are.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall in the 10-minute time limit. It is the first round match in the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup tournament and for the Monster Factory Championship. Introducing first, from Blackwood, New Jersey, weighing 220 pounds. They call it prime time. Christian Darling!
For primetime, Christian Darling, former arena champion here at the Monster Factory. Last title reign was just 48 hours. Losing that championship to Nick Petit at Summer Splashdown. A chance here this afternoon for some redemption. A shot at the Monster Factory Championship if he were able to beat Jackal Stevens here in this first round match and advance throughout this tournament.
Competitors having to endure 3 matches here tonight and be victorious in all 3 to take that particular prestige.
His opponent, representing New Jersey, weighing 207 pounds, Jackal Stevens!
Now, Jackal Stevens, this is the first that we've seen of him since we've been here.
Well, it's actually he was at TRL last night, and the crowd was just ecstatic to see him. Very wonderfully warm reception for Jackal Stevens.
Well, TRL excluded, of course.
TRL excluded, yes.
As far as our bigger, well, not that TRL isn't big, but I mean, an event like this is just on a whole nother level.
100% for on, and for Jackal Stevens, kind of a comeback tour here tore his PCL back in April in a match against Matt Riddle, has healed up, back in action now, facing off against primetime Christian Darling.
For Stevens, it's got to be all about speed here. There's a lot of power there from Primetime, and already getting overpowered into the corner here.
We've seen that from primetime Christian Darling of late. His fitness game is A1, top-notch. His strength, his power, his ability to toss around men like they are rag dolls. We see that week after week. But going up here against Jackal Stevens, a seasoned veteran competitor here, Darling's going to have to pull out all the stops to get a victory here this afternoon.
Right you are about that. Right up into a fireman's carry. Perhaps was trying to end this one early, and understandably so. Only 10-minute time limits here in these first-round matches, and on top of that, figure if you're going to go all the way here, you need to win 3 matches here tonight. So preservation of energy is key, but you don't want to hold so much back that you get eliminated before you can utilize all that energy.
Well, we talk a lot about strength, we talk a lot about power, but the key tonight is going to be endurance and the ability to withstand punishment and carry over any injuries that come from a previous match into the next and compensate for that. Right now we see, though, Christian Darling playing into that power game and dominating Jackal Stevens in the early moments of this match. Oh! Impressive slam right down there on Stevens, sends him crashing down.
Looking for a good one here, I would imagine a suplex, and let's check out, oh wait. Counters the other way with an arm drag. And another. And a drop kick as well. And that looks to surprise Primetime here.
Impressive offensive sequence from Jackal Stevens now as he puts the boots to Darling in the corner. Really what it could come down to in this match, Ron, is which one of these two can hit their finishing move first. And for Jackal Stevens, I was speaking with him before the show, it's all about hitting that blockbuster.
Yes.
But Darling now tossing Stevens into the corner. Series of right hands to the midsection, takes Stevens out. Takes him up, and here we see the strength of primetime Christian Darling, just holding Jackal Stevens in the air. Oh, and sends him crashing down after a 10 count. All that blood rushing to Stevens' head. Splash from Darling. One, two,
and no.
Whoa.
I was watching the clock too. That was a legit 9.5 seconds there. Now, almost a 3 count, a little less than 3 seconds. And that almost ended this match.
Darling now with Stevens up on his shoulder. Stevens trying to wiggle free. He does now.
Tries for the sunset flip and now rolls through, and
look at this. Look at this from Christian Darling.
But now Jackal fighting back with some right hands.
Beautiful escape there. And now Stevens going for that small package roll-up.
Only a 2 count after that near side cradle, and now it's a bit of a gut check here for both individuals, trying to figure out, all right, what will I need to take that upper hand here?
Oh! There's that spine buster from Darling. That could be it.
That could certainly do it. And
oh!
2 3/4.
That move is devastating in any instance, but when you have someone with the size of Christian Darling and the strength of Christian Darling slamming your back into that mat, that's a world of hurt there. But Stevens now going for a cover of his own. And ooh.
And the right shoulder of Christian Darling just able to get up.
Keep in mind here that Christian Darling's tag team partner Stevie Brooks has already advanced into the second round of this tournament with a victory over Sebastian Valentino earlier. How awkward and complicated would it be if the two of them were to have to face off in the next round? Should Darling be able to pull out a win here against Jackal Stevens?
Well, I mean, they've been teaming together so long. I mean, they understand how things work in this business. They know that there's not any personal animosity. It's just may the best individual win. And I would imagine that both of them would treat the match as such.
See now Stevens once again hold on to those ropes, getting out of that. Beautiful kick right to the side of Christian Darling's face now, and Jackal Stevens, he might be going up for that blockbuster, Ferran. Trying to end this now, but Darling cuts him off.
Couldn't quite get all the way to the top, but now is at least perched there, and saw that Darling moved, didn't go for the flip on that blockbuster, but now up on the shoulders looking for the TKO.
Oh!
There it is.
That's got to be it now. 1, 2, and 3. Great victory here for primetime Christian Darling, who now advances on to the second round. His dreams of becoming the new Monster Factory champion live on. For Jackal Stevens, he will live to fight another day. Show of sportsmanship and respect here from these two. Would expect nothing less. So far, Ferran, we know that Christian Rocco, Stevie Brooks, Nick Battie, and Christian Darling have moved on to the second round here. As we get ready for our next first round matchup, intriguing one here between Lucas Twitch DeSangro and Travis Jacobs.
I had the chance to talk to Twitch prior to the start of this event here, and he has told me that he has been looking forward to this for a while. This is his first step. He knows that if he wants to turn that Supersonic Championship into the Monster Factory Championship, he needs to be the guy. And while this is a tall hurdle to climb, probably one of the tallest he's had to face, he still remembers their last matchup from Turkey Slam 2022.
His opponent, weighing 260 pounds, Travis Jacobs.
And for Lucas Twitch DeSangro, so much, this match means so much. To become the Monster Factory champion would mean so much to him, but it's not just a tall order for on. This isn't the Travis Jacobs that he faced in 2022. This Travis Jacobs coming to the ring with that gigantic chain. This Travis Jacobs, the one who, along with the notorious Mimi, decimated, absolutely destroyed the Monster Factory Tag Team Champions, the Body Snatchers, just last month. He's got a new attitude. It is a bad attitude. And Lucas Twitch DeSangro is going to have to come at him with everything he's got in this match here tonight.
Well, you hear the crowd already behind Twitch.
Underway here, of course, these two competitors very, very familiar with each other.
And what feels like a century ago, they were actually tag team partners and champions together.
And take a look, here we see that attitude from Jacobs, but Twitch is having nothing of it, just slaps him right back.
Now a series of forearms, punches, and kicks, just a flurry of offense here from Twitch.
You see those strikes, Twitch's striking ability well known here.
Certainly not mucking about, he knows the challenge that he faces.
Going for a
Schoolboy
quick
roll
cover.
up here.
That's what
powering with a kick out that sent Twitch all the way back to the corner, and now up on the shoulders.
Oh! Jacobs rocking the
right
Supersonic
to the head.
champion. Oh! And there we just see the brutality and the power. Jacobs trying to finish this early. But Twitch does not have quit in him. Jacobs is going to have to obliterate Twitch if he wants to beat him. He's not going to give up. Jacobs now just picking up Twitch, but Twitch escaping now.
Looking for monster rain, but it doesn't even send Jacobs off his feet.
Twitch has to be relentless here for Ryan. He's got to stay on him with these strikes. Use these feet. Off the ropes now. Oh, and Jacobs just gets him.
Clubbing forearm right to the upper back and trying to set up for that travesty. Twitch had it well scouted. Oh, possibly looking for that mouthful of shame, and he hits it!
He hits it, my goodness. Jacobs out on his feet, and another one. Twitch taking command of this matchup here.
Well, now Dante Spaghetti.
Oh!
No! Claymore out of nowhere.
And Jacobs reversing the fortunes very quickly there. Twitch had everything going his way with two mouths full of shame. Oh!
Dreamland there, and now it is a travesty.
1, 2, 3. My goodness. It's impressive when somebody survives one mouthful of shame. Twitch hit two for Ron. He hit two mouths of shame on Travis Jacobs, and it just wasn't enough. Twitch has got to be in shock. I'm in shock.
I mean, you have to wonder at this point. I mean, last time Twitch took a devastating loss like this, it was to Travis Jacobs, and he contemplated whether he was going to wrestle again after that, and it took a while for him to come to terms with that. I can only imagine what he's thinking now. I'm somebody who's known Twitch for almost half of his life.
Our following contest, scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit, is a first-round match in the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup Tournament and the Master Factory Championship. Introducing first, representing world renown, weighing 185 pounds, Wonder Boy, Brian Morris.
We have to support him, Ferran. He's a member of the commentary team. I got to root for Brian Morris.
What Stockholm syndrome do you have going on? After World Renown beat the living daylights out of you, messed up your eye.
First of all, Brian Morris had nothing to do with that. He was not here, and I'm sure that he does not approve of that. My issue is with Nick Petit. That's a whole other story. Right now, though, Brian Morris getting ready to face off against Wet Brett Waters. Morris, of course, winning his way into this tournament with a victory over Chris Desmond last month. So,
yes, in a match that both were reluctant to take, but knew it was their only opportunity, really. Well, speaking of opportunity,
From Turtlesville, New Jersey, weighing 207 pounds,
Wet Brett Waters, no stranger to the Monster Factory Championship. Be a great opportunity here for him this afternoon to return to championship gold. But look at this, Morris wasting no time, going right after Wet Brett before the bell even rings.
trying to seize the opportunity.
Referee now starting this matchup. Morris hasn't even been able to remove his, I don't want to call it a half shirt, quarter shirt, whatever that is that he wears. Morris sending him over, Waters sending him over.
Well, maybe he should have taken care of that instead of trying to jump Wet Brett Waters from behind.
Hey, look, Wet Brett Waters is a talented and skilled competitor. Any advantage that Brian Morris can get on him, he needs to have. Wet Brett Waters can hurt you so many different ways. Such a skilled technician in the ring. We talked before about the stamina. Both of these men have the stamina to go far in this tournament. Right now, Waters just dragging him around by that half shirt. Take him around the ring as the referee is counting.
Kind of leading him around like a leash.
Choking him out a little bit. Someone who's been choked out by a t-shirt, it's not fun for on.
I didn't think it was some sort of a picnic, that's for damn sure.
Well, absolutely. That's, back and forth, these two now. Sends Morris over. Look at the height on that drop from Wet Brett Waters. Going now for a cover, but Morris quickly out. Wait.
Just going right to the face. You said any advantage that that can be taken upon Brett Waters, I should say, by Brian Morris. He's certainly going to do so.
Nice snap suplex there, takes Waters over now. Morris looking angrier than usual. Referee checking on, there we go. Taking the boots now, the Wet Brett Waters is the Wonder Boy Brian Morris.
I'm coming out there to whip your ass after I'm done whipping it.
Given how some of these folks in Paulsboro are, I can't say that I blame him.
That's, yeah. Kick to the midsection there from Brian Morris.
If you want Morris, I've got a list.
I believe that too. Two. Brian Morris, though, needs to stay, keep his attention here in the ring on Wet Brett Waters. We know this crowd's going to give him a bunch of guff. They're going to get mouthy with him, and he just needs to focus that out, just drown that out, and keep his attentions on Wet Brett Waters.
Certainly easier said than done.
Especially when you got a fragile ego like that. Sends Brett in. And look at the height on that drop kick. Sends Wet Brett down to the floor. My goodness. And Morris is delighted with the pain he just inflicted on Brett Waters. Referee starting a count now.
I think some of it's just, I mean, what's at stake here? I mean, we're talking about not just the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup, but we're also talking about the Monster Factory Championship. That's the proverbial pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here, and it has everybody on edge. I mean, I've seen all kinds of people just scowled faces, miserable attitudes all day.
Oof.
And I swear it's contagious because I'm starting to get a little bit of it.
I feel you on that. I haven't taken my happy pills today, that's for sure. No one else seems to have either, because so much is on the line here at the Larry Sharpe Memorial Tournament. Not just the cup, but as we've said, the Monster Factory Championship.
Maybe that and the pills are too damn expensive. Who knows?
Oof. Clubbing right forearms now to the head of Brian Morris. Forget about scientific aptitude here. It is Brett Waters' favorite part, off the ropes, and wow! Devastating kick from the Wonder Boy Brian Morris. Quickly now, back on top of Wet Brett Waters, picks him up. And a kick right to the side of the face. Morris now just going for it again and misses. Brett gets a hold of him.
Wheelbarrow, wait, and do a victory roll.
Two.
Rolls back the other way, though. Two and...
Going for a crab here.
No, looking for American water torture.
Look at that. And Morris has nowhere to go. He's in the middle of the ring. And he taps.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 5 minutes, 14 seconds. The winner and advancing to the second round, Wet Brett Waters.
Well, Ferran, I'm going to take a little breather here and welcome back Devlin Ridley, who's going to step in here and sit with you for the next few matches. But always good working with you, sir. I'll see you a bit later on.
Sounds good. A little bit of a rotation here. Cowboy Pete Carter taking a bit of a slight respite here and about to be joined momentarily by Devlin Ridley.
Hello, folks. We are back with some more wrestling tonight. How are you feeling, Ferran?
Well, you can hear the crowd. They're all over Brian Morris here, letting him know that he tapped out.
As they should be. I hate Brian Morris.
Well, this is what I was talking about with Pete Carter. Just the mood across the board. I mean, I guess because the stakes are so high here, everybody it's felt like has been on edge.
Hey, for more reasons than you would think, Ferran. But, you know, the stakes are really high. Everything's on the line.
The following contest scheduled for one fall. With a 10-minute time limit as a first-round match in the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup Tournament and the Monster Factory Championship. Introducing first, from Dallas, Texas, weighing 225 pounds, classy, Max Sterling.
In this case, the stakes are even higher because Max and Mike have been waiting to get their hands on each other for quite some time.
Yeah,
So-
this is long overdue here. Classy Max Sterling and his now former assistant in Michael Z.
Mike Z wants the underling for Max Sterling, put in his 2 weeks notice by hitting him with a kendo stick at our Evolution of Champions show. Since then, Max has been determined to make Mike's life a living hell, barring him from wrestling, just releasing him. And here we go, Ferran!
Already right into it here.
Mike exploding out of the blocks. Max looking to put a stop to that. Keep going for
Looking
class.
already for class action, but nothing doing. A drop kick sends the classy one to the outside.
What a wonderful drop kick that was. And now Mike continuing the attack on the outside. Of course, Max is a former Monster Factory champion. Mike, a former arena champion. Max
Both previously holding the tag title together. Plus Sterling holding that arena championship on 2 separate occasions.
including at the same time as the Monster Factory title. Mike Z's got a little uphill battle to work with, but he knows Max Sterling. He's spent 2 years as Max's assistant. You would think he understands everything that's coming. Max not even going for a cover there.
Oh no, there is a lot of pent-up frustration just being unleashed there. And now you can see being directed to the crowd. I hate to say this, but I kind of understand how Max Sterling feels. I mean, he wants to just go after everybody and tell all of them to go bleep themselves. And I'm kind of feeling the same way.
Hey, I would agree with you, but here's the thing. Max brought all of this on himself. He treated Mike like a sack of rocks for God knows how long. And
Well,
Mike
you just said for 2 years.
2 years. Mike's had enough of it. Mike has had his fill with management. Mike put in his pink slip, and now Mike wants revenge. Of course, crowd is probably the loudest it's ever been tonight for Mike Z.
I mean, the loudest in a long time, to be sure. Now setting up here for a suplex. Nicely done. But you notice Sterling not going for a cover at any point, just looking to inflict damage. Just looking to basically exact revenge via pain and torture here as now a butterfly suplex. Now hooks the leg in the cover. 2, and Mike Z kicks out. Crowd notably behind Michael Z here.
Don't you love the story of the underdog beating up his you-know-what of a boss? Everyone in here not only loves Mike Z, they sympathize with him. That's a very important factor. Everyone in this crowd has had a Max Sterling in their lives. That is why they love Mike Z so much, because they relate to Mike Z almost more than they relate to any other wrestler in this Monster Factory.
And that look on Sterling, it is both heated and far away at the same time. Now referring to everybody in the audience as the loser section.
You know, if there was a contest on refusing to take accountability for their actions, Max Sterling would have walked out with the gold medal.
And probably protested like Romania. Schoolboy here in a 2 count. Sterling now, front chancery, now looking for another suplex. And gets it. Lateral press, trying to force that right shoulder down of Mike Z, but cannot do so.
Struggled the entire time through the kick out. You got this, Mike Z. We believe in you back here. Everyone in this building believes in you. They all want you to succeed. Do it for them, Mike Z. Max Sterling with that sleeper hold in the middle of the ring. Mike Z doesn't have too much time before he goes to sleep. There you go. You'd say he's catching the Z's. Spirit of Mike Z fighting back. He doesn't want to lose, not like this.
No, he certainly doesn't.
It's the line. Oh, Max staggered, still standing, super kick. Max is still on his feet. Olympic slam from Mike Z.
Well, he got most of it. Did he get all of it? No.
Max powers at it too.
And now
Max
right back into that sleeper.
This could be big trouble for Mike Z. He spent so much energy getting out of the first one. The second one was locked right back in. Mike Z trying to get to the ropes to force a break. That could be his only hope in getting out. He's got the ropes. Rolls back.
Wait, rolls through and...
Wait, look at that! He did it, Braun!
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 6 minutes, 38 seconds. The winner and advancing to the second round, guaranteed, Michael Z.
What a moment for Michael Z.
And how fitting would it be to not only take his former employer and eliminate him from the tournament, but also go all the way to win the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup as well as the Monster Factory Championship.
I don't know if the camera can see this, but there is a whole crowd of people literally jumping for joy to celebrate Mike Z winning And look on Mac's face tells the whole story. He is angered. He is disgusted.
He is incensed.
He wanted to be the big boot that crushed Mike Z into the ground, and Mike Z got one over on him.
This is absolutely wild here, and we're only still in the first round here. We just finished the first round.
Yep. That we did, Farhan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Philadelphia's own Miranda Bennett, PMV.
Oh.
This is a big night, an emotional night for the MV Miranda Vinette. After an 11-year-long career starting at the Monster Factory, she has said she wants to retire in this building, in this ring. The date is Saturday, August 17th, 2024. Today, Miranda Vinette's career will come to an end. She's accomplished so much. Two-time champion here.
Former two-time Supersonic champion.
Hey guys! So tonight is a little bittersweet for me because almost 11 years ago, this is where it all started for me here at the Monster Factory. So it's only rightfully so that my final match will be here at the Monster Factory. Very sad, I know. So, with that being said, I would love to kind of throw out a little open challenge for anyone in that locker room who would be honored to wrestle me, and vice versa. Me honored to wrestle whoever would like to take that challenge.
Let's see who will take such an honor here.
Oh, look at that, Farhan.
I earned myself a first round bye, so for that, I am free. And I would love to earn it and face you in your last match at the Monster Factory. So, Derek, let's make this official.
Goldie making his way to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Marlton, New Jersey, weighing 206 pounds, David Goldie.
The winner of last year's Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup and has a first round bye in this year's tournament.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Miranda Bennett, PMV.
What's fascinating, Miranda Vinette's been wrestling for 11 years. Goldie's been wrestling for over 7 or 8. These two people have never wrestled each other, Farhan. This, you call this a first time and a last time.
First time and a last time, right you are about that.
Competitors are locking up in the center of the ring. Miranda wins the first headlock. Beautiful takeover there by the MV.
Now, Goldie trying to earn back the respect of the fans. A lot of them still reluctant after the summer splashdown victory that Goldie had over Brett Waters, causing the reformation of the Golden Era.
Well, hopefully Brett found it in his heart to forgive Goldie, because from what I've seen, Goldie has been putting in work to seek forgiveness. I don't think anyone would have really just stepped up and sacrificed an advantage in the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup tournament if they weren't trying to have a change of heart, Ferran.
Well, time will certainly tell on that. I mean, I believe him, but I've also been called gullible in my life.
A beautiful head scissors by Miranda Vanette, followed up with an uppercut in the corner. Whip reversal. Shotgun drop kick into the corner. Vanette's down.
And now hooking the leg, only getting a 1 count though.
Yeah, Vanette wanted her last match to be spectacular. She's not going to go down easily, Ferran. She's going to put everything she has left in her tank into this one match, because after this, it's done.
Still, Miranda Vanette looking to give it her all here, as she has done over the part of the last 11 years. I mean, I remember seeing some of her early matches. So long ago, I was a fan in the crowd before I'd even started here at the world-famous Monster Factory.
I was a fan in the crowd when she won the Supersonic title for the 2nd time, winning that gauntlet match. That was
only a 2 count there for Goldie.
That was May of 2023 she did that. That performance, actually, if I'm being honest with you, Ferran, her performance in that match was one of the reasons I decided to sign up with the Monster Factory.
So certainly inspirational. And now looking for a side Russian leg sweep, and you can see Vanette clutching the back of her head.
This crowd still hasn't really forgiven David Goldie, huh, Ferran?
I think that's a pretty clear indication, yes.
Some things just never change.
Well, and some people are reluctant to change as well. Oh, now looking here for that bridging fisherman suplex.
Vanette gets the shoulder up just in the nick of time.
And now in the corner here is Goldie, sending the MV with a lot of torque into the corner.
Yeah, we talk about hard buckles in the Monster Factory. Goldie makes that hard buckle hurt. Want Vanette to keep fighting. Vanette better stay in this match. It's your last hurrah, Vanette. Make it count. There you go. Get that elbow up in the corner. Going in. Oh, sidewalk slam. No. Vanette rolls through.
Pace quickening here.
Wheelbarrow. Bulldog. Look at David Goldie. Vanette spiked his head.
And now Goldie has to be wondering, was it a right idea taking this match?
Who knows, maybe that bomb would have messed something up in his head. Concussed him. Might be the opening Vanette needs.
Well, a messed up neck is no way to potentially repeat as the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup winner. That'd be the first time that has ever been done since the inception of the Cup.
Of course, Goldie carrying his trophy around for over a year now. That trophy defined him throughout 2023 to 2024. Vanette firing up with a leg drop.
Running leg drop, and now another one.
If you recall, the Larry Sharpe trophy was the catalyst for Goldie dumping his best friend Brett Waters. Oh, just in time. I thought she had him,
How
Ferran.
was that not 3?
Yeah, really, how was that not 3?
I mean, you got to tip your hat to the resilience of Goldie, still clutching the back of his head and neck.
MV can put this away right now. David Goldie is dazed. Sure, whoever Goldie's opponent in the next round is going to be, thrilled to see this match.
Now perhaps looking for a slingshot here. Slingshot sunset flip maybe?
Look at that. She gets it, but
rolls
Goldie rolls through. Ducks the knee.
And now looking for that STF.
Vanette's got a brutal figure 4 STF locked in. Both of Goldie's legs are locked. She's got one arm, her left arm, wrapped around his neck like a cobra.
She utilized that to defeat Travis Jacobs in a gauntlet match to win the Supersonic title some 15 months ago. Will it be enough to defeat Goldie here tonight?
Not only choking him, her body weight is on him, bending that spine back. But Goldie gets to the ropes, forcing a break.
Someone in the crowd yelling, "You've got him on the ropes." That is literal and figurative at the moment.
Oh!
What a right hand from Goldie.
Springboard knee!
In stereo. Hooks the leg, 2 and no.
Vanette still got fight left for on.
Trying to hook MV in.
Ooh, throws David Goldie off, rolling forward. MV.
Perhaps for that blue thunder bomb, but instead gets a knee and now up on the shoulders.
The pump
Perhaps
knee.
looking for that Ushigoroshi.
Gets the
And hits
Ushigoroshi.
it.
That could be currents for MV. MV, thank you for your career.
And you can hear from the crowd's reaction. I mean, this is a lose-lose situation for Goldie. If he loses the match, then it takes away his momentum heading into the rest of the tournament. But as he wins here, yes, he got the victory, but the crowd nothing but booing him.
Crowd giving Miranda a round of applause for 11 long years in wrestling. Careers started and ended in this very building. See our coach Danny Cage.
And an embrace after 11 years of what could only be understated as a tumultuous dynamic between coach and student. But a lot of respect shown there. And thank you, MV, for a great career.
Be celebrating with her daughter.
From one Neshaminy alumnus to another, it's been a pleasure.
If you just
Give it up one more time for Miranda Vanette, the MP. Make some noise.
Well, now we head into the second round of the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup Tournament. The field is getting more and more narrow.
you're just tuning in with us, we are in the middle of the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup Tournament. Biggest one in history. Monster Factory title on the line. This man, Christian Darling's, won one match. Can he pull off another one?
Introducing first, prime time, Christian Darling!
A little bit of a change of plans here. I thought that Travis Jacobs was going to be up next, but knowing how intimidating he's been with everybody, he probably went up to the sound guy and said, I'm not ready yet.
I like to think Christian Darling saw him backstage. That's how we got here. He wants to be ready for Travis. Speaking of being ready for you ready for a little throwback to perhaps a arena title match at Summer Splashdown?
His opponent, representing world-renowned, weighing 185 pounds, he is the Monster Factory Arena Champion, the Focus, Nick Petit.
Petit definitely living up to his namesake, his focus. Pointed over to the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup and knows that is just more hardware to add to his collection, already having that arena championship.
Yeah, Christian Darling might be worried about Travis. He's got Nick Petit to focus on. And I mentioned Summer Splashdown because at that show, Christian Darling walked in as the Monster Factory Arena champion, where Nick Petit beat him, took his belt. Look at that for run!
And already Petit just going right after Darling here.
The bell hasn't even rung, Nick. What are you doing? Oh, now the bell's rung. Darling trying to get back to his feet, get ready after that cheap pre-match assault by Nick.
Now Jacobs over here apparently.
Oh!
What a German suplex, no bridge, all
I
impact.
will always go crazy for Christian Darling's German suplexes for on.
Oh, here's
And another one! He bounced for on. He bounced.
Like an errantly thrown basketball. Now slingshot into the ring.
Now Nick Petit's reeling. Darling remembers what Petit did to him at Summer Splashdown. Wow!
So there's some extra intensity here. And of note, the Arena Championship not on the line in this match. This is solely a tournament match.
Nick Petit, I know you are a very, very talented wrestler, but I do not want to be you right now. Christian Darling taking the fight to the outside.
But Darling wants to be able to win it in the ring.
He's got it, man. That's the only way he's going to get the validation from beating Petit. Oh, hangs Darling up on that top rope.
Well, you mentioned some things never changing.
Yeah, really.
But the focus, Nick Petit continuing to focus the onslaught here on primetime Christian Darling.
Oh, snap suplex into the corner. That has the potential to do some real damage. You land on your shoulders and your neck from that.
That gave a couple of my cervical vertebrae an adjustment on that, just watching it.
Hey, you know, sometimes when I crack my back, it's so loud people thought I got shot. You know, that's how it's like growing up. Nevertheless, Nick Petit whipping Darling into the corners.
Now back the other way. Vicious clothesline.
Nick Petit might have had a couple of his blocks rocked from that one. Nick Petit coming in with a schoolboy.
But only a 2. The height on the drop kick there from Petit.
Yeah, Darling was going to get up. Petit put him right back down.
Petit just cinching in here. Looking to advance into the finals, and
both men are rocked right now. They're using each other to get up.
sometimes whatever it takes.
Petit trying to
Now
find
near
the
side
move.
cradle here, 2 and no.
Darling, Beal throws Nick Petit. Takes him down the line. There's 2 lines. Big pump kick.
Prime time looking for all the rating sweeps here. There's the
Beautiful
TKO.
TKO.
But Petit rolling to the outside.
And beautiful ring awareness from Nick Petit.
Referee up to 4.
Christian Darling wants revenge. He wants his win back. Granted, if he wins this match, he's not getting the arena title back, but could be so much more for Ron.
I mean, you would think that would put him in line for a championship opportunity, and a kick there to the ropes hits some prime real estate.
It's a final cut by Petit, and that does it. That's curtains.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 5 minutes, 2 seconds. The winner in advancing to the final round, the Focus, Nick Petit.
Nick Petit once again proving the haters wrong. And Christian Darling once again falling short against Nick Petit.
And again, pointing over to the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup is 2/3 of the way there. As in past years, the winners of these second round matches go on to the finals in a multi-person match, a fatal 4-way. And whomever gets that first fall wins the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup, but this time around will also be your new Monster Factory champion.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is a 10-minute time limit, is a second round match in the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup Tournament and the Monster Factory Championship. Introducing first, Travis Jacobs.
Now, if you're just tuning in, this man Travis Jacobs got to the second round by knocking off our current Supersonic champion Twitch in under 3 minutes. What an impressive feat for On.
It certainly gives him the, at least on paper, advantage here, getting through his match so quickly. And
She's working, she's unique, she's done like other girls.
Speaking of revenge from the last match, Stevie Brooks, has a bone to pick with Travis Jacobs. Because at Summer Splashdown, Travis absolutely beat the crap out of Stevie Brooks. And an unprompted assault.
And
Oh,
Darby with a
spear right away!
Looking to finish it early, and no, only a 2 count.
Stevie exploding out of the blocks. She wants blood. She wants a piece of Travis. Get him, Stevie! Get him, Stevie!
Just continuing to rain forearms down on the back of the head of Travis Jacobs, and trying to let somebody like that get back to his feet might be a mistake.
Yeah, after Christian Darling lost the arena title at Summer Splashdown, Travis and Mimi came out, beat down Darling and Stevie with chains.
And now stepping aside from that Claymore kick and only able to get a 2. But Stevie Brooks is incensed.
Stevie Brooks chopping the big man down with corner splash after corner splash.
But wisely of note, Stevie Brooks is unrelenting and now trying to maybe a little overzealous on that attempt there for the fireman's carry.
Yeah, Stevie, you can be extremely hurt, pissed off, but Travis Jacobs is one of the biggest dudes in this entire factory, and you just took a chop from him.
After attempting to pick him up on the shoulders.
Now let me go over this. There are a couple of moves I will always love seeing, even if they're on bad people.
Oh, there's that Claymore kick.
Travis
Was that
Jacobs,
one of them?
Yeah, Travis Jacobs' chops is the big one. He has hands that are about 8 inches long. He will slap you, and if he slaps hard enough, he could break your ribs. Chris Desmond has felt the wrath of his chops. Jake Manley has felt it. Now Stevie Brooks has felt the travesty.
And that's going to be a victory.
Curtains for Stevie Brooks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 2 minutes, 5 seconds. The winner and advancing to the final round, Travis Jacobs.
Well, Jacobs certainly looking to be your odds-on favorite to win the cup at this point here, dispatching of both of his opponents in less than 5 minutes combined.
Travis Jacobs could take that Monster Factory title home, show it to Mimi, and then they both could rub it in Darling and Stevie's faces.
But still a gallant effort on the part of Stevie Brooks. Just letting the vision of vengeance get the best of her just a bit, and being a bit overzealous in the process, but I don't think it's the last we're going to be seeing of Stevie Brooks, to be sure.
Nah, man, Travis wronged her big time. Stevie Brooks still looking for revenge against him and Mimi. I can't wait to see what she does in the future.
Well, now 4 individuals left to compete.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit and is a second-round match in the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup Tournament in the Monster Factory Championship. Introducing first, Wild Child Christian Rocco.
Wild Child Christian Rocco kicked off our show tonight with a first-round victory against Papa Juice, owner of the Red Dragon Dojo. In that match, Rocco potentially re-aggravated his shoulder. As you can see, he's holding it now, Faran. What do you think of this?
Well, I think he's gotten a good amount of time compared to the other competitors to be able to recover, but will that time be enough?
You also think he's had a lot of time. Almost 2 hours in between matches. We'll get to that later. Here's Mike Z.
Well, Michael Z, you have to figure, had a very grueling and emotional matchup with his former employer, Classy Max Sterling. I know that there's a lot of resilience in Mike Z, but that took its toll. You have to wonder how much is left in the tank, and this is where that test of endurance and stamina comes into play for both individuals.
Physically, Mike Z might be drained, but emotionally, he's probably riding on an all-time high. He just put down the root of all his problems for years, And now he intends to ride that emotional wave all the way to the Monster Factory Championship.
You see a handshake there prior to the bell. Both men with a great deal of respect for one another. And now a shoulder tackle.
Makes a beautiful drop down. Leapfrogs all the way over Rocco. Pushes him back to the ropes.
Oh, but an inverted atomic drop, and that will not help the tailbone.
Yeah, atomic drops are pretty brutal.
Now looking for the hip toss. Now Z.
And a hip toss of his own.
counters.
Mike Z looking to finish this one quickly. He's got more matches after this, Ferran. He needs to be A-OK. He needs to be focused. He needs to have a lot of energy. He needs to save his energy.
Well, I mentioned it earlier to Cowboy Pete Carter. It's that double-edged sword of wanting to spare enough energy for future rounds, but also expending enough energy to get the victory to advance to those rounds.
I do understand where you're coming from, Ferran. It's a bit of a catch-22 in that instance. Of course, Mike Z, dazed, knocked to the outside by that dropkick from Rocco. Rocco might have landed on his shoulder, though. He's not looking too hot, Ferran.
Yeah, favoring that right arm as Rocco makes his way to the outside. Sends Z back into the ring, but that arm and shoulder not looking that good of a condition at the moment. A spinning heel kick there.
Let's go over a list of Rocco's injuries. Rocco has...
Do we have that kind of time?
Oh, I see what you're doing there. Well, we'll just do the important ones. Rocco lacerated his hand, cut a huge gash into it. He had a torn meniscus, which kept him out for 6 to 8 months. He had a concussion, which kept him out for another month to 2. And now, he aggravated his shoulder last night in the Battle Royal to get here, re-aggravated it in his match with Papa Juice, and now he's fighting through the pain. He's being held together with screws and duct tape, Ferran.
It's like he's calling Parker Brothers to be the next poster child for Operation.
If he can get through this tournament, much less this match, I mean, that would be a story of a lifetime.
Only a 1 count there, and Z not going away that easily, that's for sure. The longer this match goes on, even with a second win, you can see continuing to clutch onto that right shoulder. And now,
I don't know how wise that was, Ferran. Going for a shoulder tackle in the corner with an aggravated shoulder.
well, it's that whole thing about having more guts than brains.
Yeah, Christian Rocco has always been a very guts ahead of brains kind of person.
And he's rather intelligent, which is the impressive thing about it.
Here comes Mike Z, though. Coming in with that Olympic slam. Rocco lands right on the bad shoulder.
Oh, wait a minute.
And now
is it time?
it
Are we
could
finally
be
going
time.
to see it?
The Mike Z guarantee, Ferran.
We're finally going to see it.
No! No, Rocco! I wanted to see the Mike Z guarantee. But we get the mic drop
Mike drop
instead!
instead. And a
And that'll
victory.
do it! Mike Z advances!
The official time, 4 minutes, 6 seconds. The winner advances to the next round. Guaranteed, Michael Z.
Mike Z riding the emotional wave straight to the end of this tournament. Thank you for everything, Ferran. My name is Devin Lee. I'm going to hop off. Pete Carter is here to take a seat at the commentary table. Have a wonderful rest of the show, people.
All right, another rotation here. Coming back on in is Cowboy Pete Carter. Thank you, Devlin Ridley, for hopping on in here as we continue through the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup Tournament, where the stakes are bigger than ever this year. The Monster Factory Championship will also go to the winner of the tournament.
Well, hello, Ferran.
Okay. Cowboy, welcome back on in here. So, I mean, we've seen a lot of action. So far, we have Nick Petit, we have Travis Jacobs, and now Michael
Before we move on
Z.
to our next match, I want to remind you all once again about the promotion Bell to Bell that holds events here at the world famous Monster Factory in their next event, September 14th, bell time 3 p.m. with the event entitled Saved by the Bell, featuring stars like Notorious Mimi, Gabby Ortiz, Stevie Brooks, Nevaeh Madonna, Allison Kay, and many more. Tickets are on sale now at bell2bell.com. Thank you.
Looking forward to Bell to Bell coming up here, and this is a match that I think a lot of people are looking forward to.
A rematch, really, when it comes down to.
From Summer Splashdown.
Yes.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit, is a second-round match in the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup Tournament and the Monster Factory Championship. Introducing first, Wet Brett Waters.
So for Wet Brett Waters, he had to overcome the Wonder Boy Brian Morris in the first round. Goldie, of course, had a first-round bye, but opted to compete against Miranda Vanette MV in her final match. So both of these men have already gone through the ringer at least once so far this evening, and now we're going to see what that impact has on them as they face off again.
Yeah, Brett Waters besting Wonder Boy Brian Morris. And as you mentioned, Goldie taking on the MV Miranda Vanette.
But once again, we have a rematch between these two, and Ferran, every time these two get in the ring, it is a classic. They know each other so well, just a scientific display between these two.
But I wonder, I mean, now that there's been some time to think about it, to contemplate, we've heard earlier from the fans they were not nearly as forgiving toward Goldie. Does Brett feel the same? Is there reluctance, hesitance, uncertainty?
David Goldie.
Well, you know how I feel about it. I mean, there's plenty of paths to forgiveness, to redemption, to rebuilding bridges and restoring friendships. I feel like pinning someone in a wrestling match is not one of the more traditional paths. I know that sometimes in wrestling you fight with your friends one day, your enemies the next, but Goldie did a lot of horrible stuff to Wet Brett Waters, and Brett's got a smile on his face. Perhaps it is all water under the bridge, but we'll find out. We'll find out pretty quickly, I think, once the bell rings, if this is going to be a clean scientific struggle between these two, or if fisticuffs happens.
Nick Petit in the next round. Thank you.
That's a bit of a change. Okay, so I guess there's a semifinals in place here. Well, that's one thing that can be said about the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup, is it definitely unpredictable.
So much on the line here. No surprise that things get changed up, but the bell sounds, and these two locking up now in the center of the ring. Let's see how this goes, Ferran. Let's see what happens here in.
Oh, wait a minute.
This is, of course. It's
world renowned out here, 18 seconds in.
Wonder Boy Brian Morris, Chris Desmond just attacking both Wet Brett Waters and David Goldie. Referee trying to get some sort of control here, but they're going to need a lot more than just the referee here to try to calm these two down. And what does this even mean, Ferran, with Goldie and Brett both just getting attacked here by World Renowned.
Well, here comes Danny Cage to sort things out.
Alright, I saw what you did, my man. Alright. You guys head to the back real quick. Let me have a conversation. You guys, I'm sorry, it's a double disqualification. You both are disqualified.
What?
Both are disqualified. Both are disqualified. But here's the thing. Nick Petit does have a bye to the final round. That's right. Yes. But his opponents now are Mike Z. Yeah, Mike Z and Travis Jacobs.
Whoa!
Yes. So we're gonna have a triple threat. Triple threat for the finals. Sorry guys, we'll make something up for you guys, where it's you guys.
And Goldie
Oh,
heading
geez.
straight back, and there goes Wet Brett Waters. World Renowned raining on Wet Brett Waters in Goldie's parade.
I told you tempers were on the verge of flaring.
Double disqualification because of that nonsense. But Ferran, we just learned the final is now going to be a triple threat match between the inevitable icon Travis Jacobs, the guarantee Mike Z, and the focus Nick Petit. One of those three individuals will be the next Monster Factory champion. Woo!
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, and then a score, the Monster Factory Tag Team Championships with 1 hour time limit. Introducing first are the challengers, Liam Black, Jake Manley, the Broad Street Bullies.
Broad Street Bullies heading in here for a rematch with the tag team champions. They faced off before, came out on a losing end. But I have to say, Ferran, after everything that happened last month at Summer Splashdown, we haven't seen the Body Snatchers since then. This may be the Bullies' best opportunity to date to finally capture tag team championship gold here at the Monster Factory.
Well, time will certainly tell, but that time away for the Body Snatchers, is that a benefit or a detriment? We shall soon see.
Their opponents, at a total combined weight of 69 tons of dark matter, they are the reigning, defending Monster Factory Tag Team Champions. The animal there is marvelous, and the God of Death Power, the Body Snatchers.
If you take a look, Ferran, at the Gotta Dabot and Marvelous, they don't appear to be nursing any injuries coming into this match, and you saw the look on the Gotta Dabot's face. He's in as foul a mood as ever. So the Broad Street Bullies best be on their best or worst behavior, as it was, because I think they are in for a fight here against the Snatchers this afternoon at the Larry Sharpe Memorial Cup at the Monster Factory.
A most foul mood, you don't say. That seems to be the theme of the day so far.
Still can't believe that we're now going to have a triple threat match coming up here in our main event to crown a new Monster Factory champion, thanks to the antics of those clowns in World Renowned, Brian Morris and Chris Desmond, trying to get Nick Petit a bye, but that backfired. But first we have the tag team championships here, and it looks like Jake Manley's going to be starting off for the Bullies. So it looks like got a dab on starting off for the Body Snatchers, and these two teams very familiar with each other here. We are underway now in our tag team championship matchup. The Broad Street Bully, Jake Manley. These two are hungry for gold, these Broad Street Bullies. It has eluded them thus far in what would otherwise be a remarkable 2024 for both men. If you take a look at where they were in January and where they are now, in the path that they have followed to this moment here in this championship matchup.
Right hand here from Jake Manley. Standing toe-to-toe with the God of Dad Bod.
I don't know if that's the wisest strategy for the Bullies to start off with, trying to match up the God of Dad Bod power for power. And a headbutt there sends Manley down to his knees. Although it seems to have rattled Dad Bod as well. Tagging down to Liam Black, his first time in this matchup, onto the back of the God of Dad Bod with a sleeper hold. And oh, Dad Bod just crushes Liam Black in unfriendly territory there, and in comes Marvelous.
All while yelling, "Tap this."
Oh!
And now the speed of Marvelous. Trying to go after Liam Black.
Both of these men skilled strikers. We know about the educated feet of Liam Black, but do not discount Marvelous. Marvelous can inflict a lot of punishment very quickly. Ducks under that clothesline attempt.
Head scissor takeover, nicely done.
Black going in there for that knee, but ooh! And here's that striking ability we were talking about with Marvelous. And Black right back at it, giving it as good as he takes it. My goodness.
And Zaguri sends Liam Black down to the corner in a crumpled heap.
Rapid series of offensive moves there from Marvelous. Black is out in the corner, and Manley wisely pulls him out of the way. Manley now, look, almost disaster there for the Broad Street Bullies.
Oh, but there's the leg trip from Manley.
And a knee from Black. Oh, and a neck breaker takes Marvelous down. Black now going for the cover, 2.
Only gets 2 with the left leg.
Tag team scene so competitive here at the Monster Factory. The Broad Street Bullies challenging once again for the Monster Factory Tag Team Championships. A very dangerous team, these two. Liam Black, Jake Manley working so well together, but to say all that for on the Body Snatchers, the chemistry that those two men have, and the hurting that they've been putting on people for almost a year now here at the Monster Factory, you can't deny that.
And now Manley heading over to the corner. Sending down.
Rolling senton misses. Got a dab bod sent down to the outside. Black looking to tag in. Marvelous going for a tag, but no one home.
Now asking, where is he? Where is he? Up into a torture rack, makes the tag.
They're going for that. Spinning around, Marvelous has got to be dizzy. And oh! We've seen that combo offensive move before, so dangerous. Can take a man out, but Marvelous does manage to kick out there.
Was about a half second away from taking Marvelous out to become new tag team champions.
Got a dab bod now, making his way back up to the ring apron. Marvelous struggling to his feet, using the ropes to guide him up, and Black catches him in the corner, pulls him right out. Snapmare takeover now. Liam Black now going up top. Beautiful!
Springboard moonsault.
1, 2. Black can't believe it. Manley can't believe it. Great move there from Liam Black, but it doesn't put Marvelous away.
Springboard acai moonsault, not enough to get it done. And now Black having some words with the god of dad bod while also scaling the ropes.
Needs to pay attention to Marvelous. Taking a little bit too long to get up top there. Throwing that $50,000 Hawaiian shirt at him, and look at Marvelous. Oh! Takes Black over. Landing hard now. Referee checking on both men. Marvelous needs to tag out. Black needs to tag out. Who's going to make it to their corner first? It's the Snatchers. Here comes the god of dad bod. Jake Manley in for the Bullies. Clotheslines now from dad bod. Manley ducks under. Look at that.
Huge sidewalk slam.
2.
What a lateral press. Gets the left shoulder up despite most of those 69 tons of dark matter weighing down on the chest and sternum of Jake Manley.
Just the devastating power there of the god of dad bod. Getting up ahead of steam and up Black. Sent crashing into Manley now. And dad bod, oh, big splash on Manley in the corner. Marvelous up top. It's a Marvelous destroyer. Sends Black to the outside. Oh, skull slam by the god of dad bod. He might be getting ready to go for that god dose. If he slaps that on, it is over, and he's squeezing away. Squeezing. Manley is fading. And that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 6 minutes, 49 seconds. The winner of this bout and still Monster Factory Tag Team Champions, the Bully Snatchers.
The Bullies came with a plan, but it was no matchup for the Body Snatchers. You gotta think that they're in a bad mood after what happened last month, and they took it out on Liam Black and Jake Manley, retaining the Monster Factory Tag Team Championships here this afternoon. But you know, Ferran, they still have to have the notorious Mimi and Travis Jacobs on their mind after last month's Summer Splashdown. To be continued for them, but the Body Snatchers victorious.
Right you are about that. Celebrating the victory for now, but also having more to focus on their mind. That is the life of a body snatcher. They've snatched a couple today, but there's still plenty more to go.
I just realized, you know who was missing from this matchup? Minnie Marvelous.
I mean, Minnie Marvelous was there in the corner. I got the chance to briefly see him at the beginning of the match.
The spiritual guidepost of the Body Snatchers. But it's time now, Ferran, for the main event. At the end of this match, we will have a new Monster Factory champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the main event of the evening.
Crowd less than thrilled, but Travis Jacobs more than confident.
How does anybody stop Travis Jacobs after what we have seen him do so far today? Just destroying competition, just mowing them down left and right, making his way here to the finals.
Excellent question. Jacobs looking to not only win the cup for the first time, but join prestigious company in becoming a 3-time Monster Factory champion. Joining the likes of, recently QT Marshall. Joining Steve Macklin. Joining LSG. Just to name a few. how, of course, could I forget Damian Priest?
Of course. Here we have now, though, Nick Petit making quick work of Brian Murphy earlier, trying to get a bye into the finals, thanks to some shenanigans there from Brian Morris and Chris Desmond, but that has backfired, and now we have a triple threat main event. Can you imagine how insufferable Nick Petit would be with 2 championships for on? It's bad enough just having the arena championship around his waist.
The confidence and, dare I say, overconfidence would be off the charts.